Welcome to Crafty Carol's Christmas Countdown, week 10. Just 2 more weeks after this week. And because we're nearing Christmas now and most of us have got most of our cards made, although I've still got quite a few to make actually. But I thought we'd get into making little gift boxes. So this is a sweet little box, which I'll just show you how it works. It's got ribbon tied around it so you can hang it on the tree, and it's got a flap. There's nothing in this one at the moment. A little flap closure like that, and then it ties up, which I'll tie it up again later. So to make this, we're going to use some DSP, and you want a sheet of DSP which is 10.5 inches long by 7.5 inches tall. And then we're going to do some scoring. So we'll use, it's very tight on this. Hopefully you could just about see, there we go. So I think you can just about see it there. So we're going to score on the long side first, and we're going to score it at 2.5. So I'm going to use the smaller end. So 2.5 and 5. It's easy to remember because it's just 2.5 all the way around. So 7.5. And to complete it, 10. So that is the scoring on the long side. Then we're going to turn it round and we're going to score it at 2.5. Again, all the way down, coming out of your side here, but that doesn't matter. Then at 5, and then the final one is going to be at 6.5. So I'm hoping you can see roughly the score lines. It's a really dull day. I've got my lights on, but there are shadows. I shall do my best to make sure you can see what's going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is fold all of the creases, because it's actually easier to do before you start cutting. So I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure that I've got decent creases along all of these. There we go. That one, last one this side. And then I'm going to do all the ones this side. That's my narrow one, so put that in first. There's one. Two. Make sure that that's nice and level. So you check it's all level as you do this. And then the final one just at this side. So I do find the bone folder is really useful for that. So there are all our folds. Now we're going to do some cutting. If I could find my scissors, there we go. So these are the bottom tabs. The larger bit, the 2.5 bit at the bottom, is going to form the bottom of the box. So we're just going to cut those up along the score line up to the first score line. I'll do each of those. I know it's boring watching people cut, but if I'd thought, I might have actually got this ready. You know, here's one I did earlier in Best Blue Tip Peter style, but it's a really quick box to make, so I haven't. So this is my final one. So this is my final tab at the side here. So here, I'm going to cut that bit off and just mitre that. So I've got the nice bit here. And then the same at the top here. I'm going to cut that piece off and cut it down here. There we go. Then at the top here, I'm going to leave one tab, then I'm going to cut all these other 3 off. So it doesn't really matter which one you leave. I think I left the end one on the previous one, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to cut all along here. So there we go. That's cutting all along that score line. So that is the shape you get left with. So you've got your bottom tabs here, your side tab here, and just one left here at the top. Just make sure I've scored all those lines. Yes, I have. So then we're going to make the box. So simple first, we're going to just stick this bit down. I think I'll use a bit of tear and tape actually, because it will hold it just a little bit better as I'm just showing you how to make it. So a little bit of glue on the end because the tear and tape isn't quite wide enough for the tab. There we go, pokey tool. And of course, tearing the actual tape off, that's not good. That's trying to be too quick, too clever. Let's try again and get the actual top off rather than the tape. There we go. So to fold this and make sure it's nice and even, I'm going to fold it in the middle because of course this tab was the edge bit, so it should mean that I get that nice and even, and then I get a really nice edge there, which is lovely. So then I'm going to do this. I want this is the back of my box, so I want this tab to be the final tab folding in for the bottom of the box. So it means I'm going to fold these first. I'm going to fold this one, then that, then that. And all I'm going to do is add a little bit of glue to the three that I'm folding in so they can stick together. Trying to do this right and hold you. So that's the back, yeah, that's the front one. So I want that one and the two side ones. Like this. There we go. So my back one goes in first, then one side one, then the other side one, and finally this one. And this is where you want to try and make sure it's nice and square. Yep. So you can see that there. I'm a little bit sticky now because I managed to get glue everywhere. And basically that is the box. So to close it, you're just going to squeeze in the sides gently. You've already bent these bits here, so those will just bend in nicely like that. So I'm going to just squeeze those together. I'm trying to get them even there. And then our final tab here will just come across and slide in to the gap you've got. Now, oh, I've forgotten to do one thing actually, which is round those corners. And I was going to say, do this before you start sticking the box together. Luckily, there's still enough I can get it into my thing. Don't do what I do. Remember to do it before you stick your box together. Oh my goodness, talk about rushing. So now I'm going to slide it in there. Now sometimes you might just have to take a little sliver off each side, but I've actually got sticky fingers now, which isn't helping. There we go. Oh, just make sure that box isn't bent strangely. That's better. There we go. And that just goes in there to hold it shut. So there is my box. I just need to fiddle with it a bit because some of the bending has gone a bit funny. That's okay. Right, so these boxes fit. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. These boxes fit beautifully a little Yankee candle. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tissue paper in just to act a little bit as padding for the candle. And then get that evenly out in the box. And then I can place the candle in the middle. And then there I have got my box ready to go. So the only thing to add now is I'm going to add some ribbon around it. And I think I'm going to use this rather nice, can't remember what it's called now, hang on. Oh, Snowflake Splendor ribbon. I really rather like this. And I want a nice long bit because you can then hang it on a tree if you want, as well as give it as an actual present. And what I do, because I think it looks neater, is I'm actually going to put a little bit of tape to stick the ribbon to the box so it doesn't move around too much. You can just tie it round if you want, but I am just going to across the bottom of the box, up each side. And on the other side. Oh, wouldn't you know it, my tearing tape's just run out. Okay, so I'll just use a little line of glue up this side. Need to get some more tearing tape out. Do you know what? It's one of those days. And then I can find the centre of my ribbon. So that's roughly the centre there. And that's the bit I'm going to stick in the middle of the bottom. So I just need to take my tape off there. Because I've had to use glue, I can't now turn it on its side without getting that stuck somewhere. So that's the middle. So that'll go in the middle there. And then I can bring the rest of the ribbon. Oh, sticky fingers is sticking to everything. Right. There we go. Then up this side, I'm just going to hold that a minute because that's the glue one. So I do need to sort that corner out. I don't know why it's bending in so strangely. There we go. Oh, need to hold the ribbon on this glue a little bit longer to stick. And then it's going to come up this side too. I think that was the end of the roll there, so we've only got it stuck on the bottom, but that won't matter too much. So there we go. Oh, I'm having great fun with my tearing tape today. So that just helps hold the ribbon a little bit in place. And then on the front, I'm actually going to stick a little sentiments on this one here. You'll see I used the Sending You Christmas Cheer, and I've used 3 little, I've cut them out in gold, but obviously you could make them green because they are little holly leaves. But I used this set. I love the sentiments on this set, so I've used Sending You Christmas Cheer. And for the dies, the Christmas Cheer dies that go with this set, it's this little die here I used. And you see, and it just cuts out 3 of these double little holly things, holly leaves. So I'm going to stamp it first. So just in Memento. Could use Garden Green or Old Olive, which I think are the colours in this particular paper. So I've already punched out the shape for my sentiment. So then I'm just going to stamp in the centre of it. Still sticking to everything. Yeah, need to go and wash my hands next. And then it's a matter of, so that's the front of my box. So I'm just going to put this on a couple of dimensionals. There we go. Stick that on there, Sending You Christmas Cheer, which you'd probably do as it is, but I'm going to stick some of these leaves on as well, using a little bit of Tombow, which means I'll get even more sticky because I am covered in glue today for some particular reason. So they just need a little, whoops, oh, rushing, getting slightly too big a dab of glue, so I'm going to get more sticky in a minute. I'm just going to have those, I think, probably there. And there. Stick that to the box, actually, that one. I'll have one on the box and one towards the label, because I can. Just need to hold those down a little bit to make sure they've stuck. I am so sticky. I'm not helping myself here. I really should go and clean my hands before I do anything else. And we'll have the final 2 on this side. I need to give that glue time to dry before I move them anymore. Oh, glue on my work surface as well. Not having a good day. So hopefully that will hold together while I just show you this closed and tied with a ribbon. So there we go, and I can tie that ribbon. And given how finger and thumbs I am today, oops, that's sliding out. I probably won't be able to tie a bow nicely, but we'll have a go. It's quite stiff ribbon. I do like it, it's so shiny, but I need to fiddle with the bow to make it look good. But there you have another little box for a Yankee Candle or any other small gift. So they make beautiful little presents, and if you leave the ribbon long enough, you can actually tie them on the tree as well. I'll just tie my bow on this one and you can see them both together. I don't know why I'm saying tie the bow when I can't tie it neatly. Horrible bows. I shall have a re-go at tying them later. But here we go, Sending You Christmas Cheer, lovely little gift box. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you could see most of it. I think I've not always been in picture terribly well because of fitting things like the scoreboard in, but hopefully you'll enjoy that little project to make your gifts just that little bit extra special by making a little box to go with it. We're going to make another type of box next week, and then I'll see you next week for Christmas Countdown 11. Thanks for being with me. Bye.